Hi guys, it's Pure Price Action for the end of day recap at 30th of July and the outlook for tomorrow, 31st of July. It'll be my last end of day video for a little while. I'm taking a summer break, so I hope this is useful. But what a day to end to end on. I mean, my God. So let's look at what happened today. We came in looking for an opportunity to sell. The market just ran away. It didn't give any volatility back to the upside, or any retrace sensible enough to sell. And if that wasn't bad enough, after this fall, we're looking for all sorts of support down here. I remember I posted a chart looking at the support line, bounced off that, gave some hope, and then just pulled the rug and went down further, cleared stops, back to this level here, came back up in. And as I was preparing my end of day recap, as I do just after 9 p.m. after markets close UK time, I had a target in mind of 3282 on S&P cash, so about 3274-ish on ES. And in the last 15 minutes, it's almost gone to that target already. So this has put us in a bit of an awkward spot, because now this is a balanced range as far as I can see now. Balanced range. Well, maybe I should draw that up to 3282, around about this area here. So that'll be the top of the range that I'm looking at. And if we hit that area, I would expect this to retrace back down to 3240s again. That same area I was looking at yesterday. Must admit, when I saw it this morning back at 3240s, I thought, great. It's going to be a fun day. Didn't expect this much to happen, but hey ho, that's what happened. So I think going into the weekend, there will be some profit taking. I don't think we're going to finish on highs. I think it's month end and weekend. I would look for signs that this move will fade, drop back down to the 3240s again, possibly 3242 area. Look for some bounce back there. If we open up below this area, if we open up below here, so in the overnight, if we get a big retrace, I'm not sure if that'll happen, but if we do, then I will sell rallies again, as was my plan for today. Maybe retest this area down here. And it's a bit of a mixed picture, actually. So the US indices ended bullish, but they've since then completed that bullish move. So if you look at it like an ABC, A, B, and C, it's pretty much completed that move. And I often look for ABC moves, as longer term followers would know, where you have a move, a little bit of a consolidation, and then a pump higher to complete that. It's completed that in the last half an hour, so it puts me in a slightly awkward spot for tomorrow. Going over to Dow, similar deal. Dow looked pretty crap yesterday, and it doesn't look much better today. It's still not making higher highs. I think at best it'll maybe come back to this sort of level here, completing its version of that ABC move that I was looking for. If this hadn't happened, that little spike, that's what I would look to trade tomorrow. I would look for it to continue sideways overnight and then look for a continuation tomorrow, but that pretty much is out of the window now, because this move up has already happened with the after hours earnings. Similarly with the Nasdaq, look at this. What a joke. I mean, give us a chance, please. I would have loved to have bought this. I had a target in mind on Nasdaq as I was doing my calculations literally half an hour ago of 10,903, and I can see the high here is 10,902. Okay, so that's pretty much done. I no longer have an upside target on this at this point in time. That was the target, and it's again it's out the window. So this is now quite well balanced, as I can see on both sides. We've had the volume is down here, but I think in terms of distribution to the upside and downside, it's pretty much there at 10,905, 10,903 level. So again, I look for a pullback. Let's see if it comes back overnight into the 10,680 sort of level. I'm looking at 10,680, 10,700 for the pullback. That's about 200 points south of where it is now. that move. Okay, and if that area holds, look for a retest of the highs. If it breaks, retest of these lows. Okay, so this is sort of the zone to watch. Looks like a bloody mess right now, but work with it. Coming over to Europe, in Germany on the Dax, I mean, it attempted to make a pullback, but muted. I think the issue I have here is that we have this massive drop, and it's when you have a drop of this magnitude without the equivalent pullback that we've seen in the United States, it would suggest some continuation tomorrow. So Europe pretty much is at odds as far as I can see with the US. The US is quite bullish, but it's pretty much completed its upside targets in that bull move. Europe is not so bullish. The price action isn't, at least anyway. We've got this drop in a normal trace back after you have such a large drop. The thing I'd look out for in DAX tomorrow, again, given that it's month end, is this area here. This is where the bulk of action took place. These are sort of low volume spikes down here. This is where the bulk of trade took place today, and this is the area to watch. So we're now looking at around 12,420 up till 12,500. So that 80-point range here. 80 points. It looks pretty small on the grand scheme of things today, but that's an 80-point range there. We're going to look for what this range does tomorrow. If it gets tested from the upside, if it shows signs of holding, then we're pretty much good to look at more upside tomorrow. And you see this area here, this long drop, that's on very low volume, meaning it's going to act like a vacuum. If price breaches this, it's almost like a gap. It's not quite a gap, but it's like a gap. If price breaches that, I think it'll get sucked up to this sort of 12,800 area, back into where this drop started from. So that's the thing to look out for. And of course, if it breaks down here, I do have a downside target as it stands. I have a downside target at 12,000 and some change, so exactly 12,078. So my downside target is around about this area here. Oh, nearly got it. Let's say around there. So if we open up below this sort of consolidation range, I'm going to look for, bang, a move down to 12,000 area. 12,078 to be precise. On FTSE, well, FTSE, similar to DAX, had that drop. It's got this sort of low volume, low volume area here that DAX has, that if price breaches this, I think it'll get sucked up. The chances of that happening, I don't know. But the equivalent level to watch on FTSE, as it was for DAX, is, again, this area of trade. Okay, so we're looking at a sort of 6,010, 6,030, 20-point range there. We're in the middle of that in this vacuum right now, so we're basically going to see where the overnight takes it. If we open up below here, I think we'll get another pump lower, probably down to, let's say, around 5,880. This line here. Okay. So that will be the area I'll look for if we open up around in this area. Okay, so below that big chunk of volume range there, I'll look for 5,880. If we go up below, if we go above that, I'm going to look for 6,150. And that's it. I don't like being a guy of ifs and buts, but really that's what it is. I think we've had such a volatile day that it is going to be a case of seeing where it opens and acting accordingly. I'm sure there's going to be some more volatility overnight. We've had some wild moves going into the close, so I would expect some continuation of that, and we'll see where we are and take some trades accordingly. It is Friday, and it's possible that I won't trade tomorrow, but I'll be on and off, and I'll keep you guys posted. Okay, have a good one. Good night. Bye for now.